the captives back to Zion. We were able to dream and dream again.
Wash me thoroughly from mine iniquity, and cleanse me from my sin. For I acknowledge my transgressions, and my sin is ever before me. Against thee only have I sinned, and done this evil in thy sight, that thou mightest be justified when thou speakest, and be clear when thou judgest. Behold, I was shapen in iniquity, and in sin did my mother conceive me. Behold, thou desirest truth in the inward parts, and in the hidden part thou shalt make me to know wisdom. Purge me with hyssop, and I shall be clean. Wash me, and I shall be whiter than snow. Make me to hear joy and gladness, that the bones which thou hast broken may rejoice. Hide my face from my sin, and blot out all mine iniquities. Create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a right spirit within me. Cast me not away from thy presence, and take not thy Holy Spirit from me. So that's Psalm 51. And that's it mentions hyssop, and also used a lot in hoodoo and with the herb hyssop is Psalm 51. And someone asked about the magical cat, because it had an herb formulary, and this is where I bought this. I think this is like called Seven Sisters hyssop oil or something, but it's kind of more of a water with hyssop, real hyssop in it, and a bit of oil. And so hyssop is really used more for when you have internal struggles, or you have internal faults, or you have problems that you think that you've caused, or done things that you shouldn't have done. Then you can cleanse yourself with hyssop. But it doesn't excuse what you do. And in the Bible as well, it mentions hyssop again, and it didn't cleanse the person from what they did from the eyes of God. So when we do something bad to someone, we don't necessarily have to answer to that person, but we do have to answer to God and our spirits, basically, and possibly their spirits. So we can't hide that. And so the act of cleansing, though, does help to mentally erase the what was done, so that we don't like self-create our own like karma. Then it says, renew a right spirit within me, cast away not thy presence, and take not thy Holy Spirit from me. That part was really interesting, because we believe that as mediums that we are given this gift by God, and it can be taken away if we abuse it. And so I'm asking that because of our faults and because of our wrongdoings, that it doesn't take our gift away from us. Basically, that's what, if you abuse your gift, etc., that's what I'm getting from this message and this passage for this week. So I'm going to be doing one a week, and that's this Friday to next Friday, and it may be a spiritual message for you. It might just be explaining the spiritual principles behind spiritism that provokes me to talk about a specific subject. And for me, this really does talk about spiritism at this moment, the bones which thou hast broken. So the spiritual body, the shell, the person, physical body, corpse cadaver, the body is broken away from the person, and the spirit is released, or maybe even a broken spirit, because we say like bone white is spirit. So a broken person. So, and maybe burdened by your conscience, to ask for forgiveness and to just admit your faults and move on from that, and try to continually progress and spiritually progress as a person. And as a medium, the moral side of things is really stressed in Allan Kardec's book, because that's what's going to help you develop as a medium and as a person, and make things less terrible for you as well. Because we really have our tasks cut out for us, because there's a spiritual buildup of dead around the planet, even more so from all the wars and all the suicides and overdoses and violent deaths, car accidents, that these are spiritual influences, and spiritual influences of misfortunes and other spirits upon us, that we are either allow them to have access to us by our actions as well. So it's a much of a cause effect thing as well. Backs up the message that I just said was, mediums who comprehend their duties should not be proud of a faculty that does not belong to them, although it could be taken away from them. His communication deserve merit, but he does not show it off, because he knows that these faculties are independent of any personal merit, and he gives thanks to God for permitting the good spirits to manifest through him. And if the good spirits give place to criticism, he does not get offended by it, because he knows they are not manifestations of himself. He should say that I have been a bad instrument, and that we do not possess the necessary qualities to oppose the intervention of the bad spirits. That is why we want to acquire these faculties, and we solicit by the mean of prayer the much needed strength that we need.